Hi everyone, welcome to a special video that I've been meaning to make for all of my classes really, and that is how to get access to the Microsoft Office 365 as a student. So as a student at Mount SAC, you have access to download the full version of Microsoft Office for free. And a lot of students I've seen in a couple classes where there's some confusion and about how to do this. Now what I'm going to attempt, this is all, I can't do this beforehand to test it out because then I'll sign up for the for the thing and I won't be able to do it anymore because I have one email address, which is my work email address, which I might be able to use to get this to work. So we're going to go ahead and try that out here. So the first thing we want to do is we need to know where to go, right? So if the way I do it is I just put in Mount SAC Microsoft Office, right? And I do a search. Now you're not going to see this brown bar, this because I'm in a beta for some AI stuff with Google, but you're going to see these options down here. And the one that you want is not the first one. It's the second one that says Microsoft Office 365 for students. So we're going to click on that one. And that's going to take us to a handy PDF. And I'll put a link to this PDF in the description. But it basically has all the steps, what you want to do, and the process of step by step, everything that you could possibly need, right? So I'm gonna try this, and hopefully this will work with my work one. I already have it set up with my student one, or else I would do that. So what we're gonna do is this PDF actually has clickable links. So you'll notice that when I move my mouse over this, where it says steps for signing up for Microsoft Office 365 education student account, underneath there it says use a web browser to visit that address. Do you see that? Rather than going there, you can just move your mouse over it, and you'll see how it changes from this insertion point to a to like a little finger. You're gonna move your mouse over this link and click on it. So that should take you to this page here, and it'll say Office 365 Education, and it says Get started with Office 365 for free. So it just gives you some information there. It says enter your school email address. Now this is probably the most important part of this entire process. A lot of people say, oh, I entered my something something at gmail.com or something something at yahoo.com. No, it does not want that. It wants your email address with mountsac.edu. It's going to have a mountsac.edu at the end, right? So like for instance, I have the one I'm going to be using today is my professional one, which is rperez10 at mountsac.edu. And I'm going to see if it lets me do it. But yours would be something like, my student one would be rperez10 at student.mountsac.edu, right? So you have that student, prefix there. So I'm going to try this, see if it works. So rperez10 at mountsac.edu. Okay, so we have that. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on Get Started. Let's see if it works. My student and my teacher. Okay, so hopefully this works. So I'm going to put I'm a teacher. It's going to be the same process though. You have an account with us. Okay. So this is not going to work. But what we can do instead is I'll walk you through these steps, okay? So what it's going to do, it's going to ask you for that ID or your email address, right? You see here it says jmounty521 at student.mountsac.edu. That's an example of the type of email address that you're going to use to get in here. Then you click Get Started. It's gonna, just like we saw a little while ago, it says, are you a student or are you a teacher? So you're going to choose I am a student, okay? And now it's going to have you create an account. So you're going to put in your information, right? And you're going to go ahead and put in, this, I guess like a password here. And it's going to go ahead and send a verification code to your mountsac.edu email address. So if you do not have access to your Canvas, then that's going to be a problem. You want to contact IT support and get whatever your password is for your Canvas login. Now your user ID would be, do you see this, how it says jmounty521? That would be his user ID to get into Canvas. So not the mountsac.edu, just the jmounty521 or whatever yours is. Like mine is rprez10, maybe yours is linda12 or whatever it is. But everything before the @ symbol would be your Canvas ID. So you just use your Canvas ID and your email, your password, and then go to on the upper right, I'll show you here too. So if I go to my mountsac.edu, right, and I sign in, and I'm going to do mine here. Okay, so once I'm in my account here in MountSac, this is the MountSac login page. Okay, so again, what we did is we went to mountsac.edu, we moved our mouse over sign in, we went to portal my account, and then it'll ask you for your Canvas ID and your password like what I did before. And it'll take you to this like a dashboard, right? Now on the upper right, you'll see your little Gmail icon up there where it says Mountie Mail. See where my mouse is up here? You'll click on that. You probably won't have this icon here. That's for Office 365 because you haven't signed up yet. So you'll go and click on Mountie Mail. And then when we get in here, you're going to see an email from Microsoft with a verification code. You're going to get that verification code, and we're going to go ahead and place it in this box here. Okay, and that's just what it says here. Just log in and then put in your verification code. So you can write it down or whatever you want. Doesn't matter if you write it down because it's just going to be a one-time code. Okay, and here's an example of what that code's going to look like. Okay, and that's the code right here. So now on your create your account page, input that 6-digit code, and we're going to click at the bottom where it says start there, and put in your date of birth too, right there. Okay, and you don't have to share your information with Microsoft and all that junk. I'd recommend you don't even do that unless it forces you to, but I don't think it will. So then down here you click on start, and then you're going to be signed in to Microsoft Office 365 on the web, and I will show you what that looks like as well. Okay, I'm going to put this in a split screen for you guys. Remember how we did that? So yours will look something like this. Okay. And let me close out of this here. Okay, so now you're going to be on the 365 on the web. You can now use your Mountie Mail plus student email and Microsoft Office 365 password for your installed Microsoft Office applications to fully activate Microsoft Office. So what it doesn't tell you on this page here is when you get to this page, when you're logged, this is the Microsoft page. Okay, let me minimize that so there's less confusion. So on this Microsoft page, this is your web version. You see all this stuff here. And just so you know, you have more stuff. So under here, so you see how you have all these different things you have access to: OneDrive, OneNote, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. It has everything. But if we go back to home, you'll see on the upper right it says install apps. So if we click on that, it gives us the option to download Microsoft 365 apps. So we click on that, and it's going to bring up this dialog box. And most likely, just make sure that you put it somewhere. It's asking you where you want it to save to, right? So you want to make sure that you put it somewhere that you can get to. Downloads is a safe choice, so I'm going to select downloads. And I'm going to click save. Okay, and you'll see it's up here. So then what you're going to do is you are just going to put in your, click on this here. Now, it's going to start saying getting things ready. And it's going to walk you through the setup process, basically. So I'm going to stop it, though, because I already have it installed. Okay, let's get out of there. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, let's do this. Okay. Got it. Okay, so I closed out of it, and once you go to something like, so actually you have options now. If you don't want to install it on your machine, you can just, if you want to use Word, you can use the version of Word here. It's like a web version of Word, very similar to Google Docs. So you'll see here, if I click on blank document, it opens up Word, and this isn't installed on my computer. This is just the web version, so you can go ahead and use that if you'd like. It is a little bit limited though, and if you're taking a class on Microsoft Word, I would recommend you install the full version, okay? Because that's going to be closer to what you see in the instructions that we have from our documentation. But yeah, so once you install it, you're going to see it down here. You'll have either Word up here or icons on your desktop. And mine, I moved it down here. Looks like Microsoft continued to install. Yeah, I know. Okay. Oh my God, what the heck? Let's do that. I don't want to see any more notifications. So what we can do is if we click on Word, mine came up like this, right? And you'll see it has my account up here. But what you'll get is you'll get a login and password. It'll ask you for your login, and it'll ask you for the password that you used to. You created a password with your Microsoft account, right? So you'll notice that my user ID is just my Mount SAC email. So rpres10@mountsac.edu, right? And if I want to log in, I want to use that password, whatever the password was that you used. And then it'll let you get into the program and just do whatever it is that you want to do. But yeah, so that's all there is to it. So then everything's installed on your computer. You're all set. Yeah, but that's all there is to it. If you have any other problems, though, you may want to contact IT. They do Zooms and everything like that, and they'll be able to walk you through the process. So that's all there is to it. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in class.